9 o'clock. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get everything together because the event is 12 o'clock on Saturday.
This Saturday?
This Saturday.
Oh my goodness, guys. Get your tickets. Where can we get our tickets?
So there are no tickets. You can just watch it on Bull City GG on Twitch.
Yeah, put that on the banner.
Huh?
Put that on as a banner.
You mean like, oh, not Stream Raiders, not.
Market yourself.
Yeah, I've been so hyper focused on getting everything together for it. That's the part that's really been killing me.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, people on Discord are reaching out, so I got to make sure that they're going.
Yes. Isn't it Vex going?
Isn't what?
Isn't the Vex going?
Well, it's an online event now. It's not even.
Is he participating?
He normally jumps on the stream. Having to type all this stuff out now. Like I said, it's just been a busy day. Been wild. Oh, I should hit the intro. Because this is the game we're going to play, by the way. I saw it and I opened it. I hadn't really started playing it, but from the description, it says A Memory Blue is an interactive poem about a superstar athlete and the all-encompassing love between mother and daughter.
Okay, that sounds far-fetched and someone was on drugs.
I mean, it's going to be interesting, so we'll see how it turns out. But here's the start.
Hit it.
And I'm following you right away because this was so much fun. You guys are awesome.
And begin.
Yay!
Hey, everyone.
But this should be a good game. Should be fun. Interesting.
Well, I've downloaded 2 games on my Steam. That might be why I'm just shorting everything out.
No, Steam shouldn't have affected that. What games did you download?
Crap. Hold on. Steam.
I haven't heard the game called crap yet. It might be good.
All the time. Crap. No, one of the games names it's Catnab.
Catnab?
Yeah. It's like what's the kind of game called? What kind of game is Mario Brothers?
So Mario Brothers would be, depending on which version you're talking about, it's a side scroller, a 2D side scroller, or a 3D side scroller.
Scrolling game.
Okay.
Yeah, I just couldn't think of it. But it's a side scroller, and you have this bag, and you put all the cats in it.
Oh, so this game, okay.
Oh yeah, Catnab.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then, oh, there's another one, but it's a multiplayer, which actually would be fun for all of us to do one day. It's called
What's the
Just
name of
Act
it?
Natural.
What?
Yeah. It's like all these like weird claymation looking cartoons with bug eyes and penguins and crabs and stuff and weird looking people. And we
What was
just
it called again?
roll and then I don't know what happens.
Oh, Just Act Natural?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
downloaded it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can play it.
That would be fun to get Mark Lee involved in.
Because I was curious about playing it. It looks there's a game on. Well, if you play Roblox here and there, which you may want to download, it's more. Well, there are some games that are. Well, most of the games on there are free, but some of them are actually pretty kind of fun. It seems kind of kiddish, but I mean, I'm a big kid at heart, so I enjoy it. But Just Act Natural, when I read it, I hadn't played it, but there are some hide and seek games on Roblox, and that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I like I just like the title because my whole life just be all weird and bug-eyed, but then just act natural, quote unquote.
You might also like, where was it? There are a few other games.
Because you get to steal all the cat. So
Mission to Ziglaton, you might like.
scratched. Huh?
Mission to Ziglaton, you might like.
Oh, interesting.
That's a pretty fun side-scrolling game.
My little eyeballs are hurting trying to see what that looks like on my phone.
Neon Beats you would enjoy.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I mean,
Ago.
It's a quote unquote endless run. Well, not an endless runner. I mean, it has an end, but I mean, they're just particular levels. They give you 3 free levels, but you can play for a while. It's definitely a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun.
Neon Beats. Okay, yeah, I am.
Not Nomads.
I am downloading.
Merlot of the Sun or Mirlo of the Sun is actually pretty good. Where was the one? I cannot remember what. There was another one that was similar to. Click on my library. That was very similar to Mission to Ziglaton. And I thought I still had it on here. But yeah, I normally just download whatever's free, test it out, and then if I don't like it, then I'll usually delete it. I need to remove some of them.
Yeah.
But there are just so many free games on I can delete that.
Yeah. Oh, Neon Beats has a tutorial. That's good.
Yeah. Neon Beats is definitely a very fun game. It's addictive because you're determined to get to the end and you have to beat yourself or beat your score that you just got, and then you get to see what everybody else scores. So it's definitely a lot of fun.
Like, what do? You
just hit the space bar.
Oh. I'm hitting the space bar and nothing's happening.
Oh, use your arrow keys to go left or right. And you just hit the space bar.
Oh, I get what it's trying to do now.
Yep. And if you copy the sound of the song.
How do you copy the sound of the song?
Because I ended up paying the 99 cents for the other levels because it was worth it. But you get frustrated because, oh my goodness, it just gets tough after a while. But if you bounce to the beat, whoops. Did you make it through the tutorial?
No.
Whoa! I didn't mean to do that.
So can you do like tiny little?
This is a very peaceful game until you get further into the game, and then it begins to be very unpeaceful.
I just did it.
Oh. Oops. You look so focused.
That's why I don't do the game. I'm just like, I'm so confused.
Which part are you at?
I just do browser.
What? It's hard to hear you. You're muffled.
Yeah. I'm gonna get fresh.
So if you listen to the beat, like depending on where you are, you can see the lights and the turns happen on beat. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Ooh, didn't mean to do that.
Like this new thing.
Tried to cheat. Did you make it to the end?
Oh, the keyboard clicker.
Huh?
Like my grandma trying to play.
Ah,
I'm like funking my space bar key. Like,
I mean, it's an intense game. Especially the further you get, it begins to get really intense.
oh, that's soothing right there. He's on like a molten lava hula hoop bouncy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not soothing. I just died.
But see, you don't go back that far when you die.
No, I mean it's like unlimited deaths. It's not realistic.
So it kind of it counts the amount of deaths that you have too. I mean, wait a second. Did you say not realistic?
How many?
So like on the tutorial, I died once. On level 1, I died 25 times. Level 3, I died 62 times. I died 88 times on level 4. I mean, I was experimenting on a tutorial.
Torture.
But it's such an addictive game. Let's see, what was it? So Mission to Ziglaton, which is a free game, you'd like that one though. You should. That's a pretty fun game.
Let's go to another one. I died 31 times.
Jahan, what's going on, man?
What's happening?
Hey, Jahan.
What's going on?
Just dying over here.
I told you it's a fun game. It's addictive because you get frustrated. You gotta beat it. You gotta beat it.
What is that?
A game called Neon Beats.
Okay.
You haven't seen Neon Beats?
I don't like getting frustrated. I don't like that feeling.
But see, that's what when you get frustrated in that puzzle, it's so exhilarating when you get through the puzzle.
It is. I mean, it's really great.
Turn this down.
I'm like, I can't. I died 31 times as a box. I'm like, what the hell?
But like I said, on level 3, I died 62 times. Level 4 is 88 times. I haven't even done level 5. Let's see what level 5 is. And to get all the levels, it's only 99 cents.
Ooh. You said it's Mission to Ziglaton?
No, I was going to show you that, but this is what Jahan had asked what Neon Beats was, so I'll show him.
That's what it is?
Yep.
I think I've seen this before.
I died again. I died. See, I rushed through. I didn't make the jump.
Damn, man, you died like 6 times right there.
Ah!
Wait, how you dying? Oh, there's a pipe on the board. I was like, how are you dying? You can't even see it. It's so weird.
What game are we playing?
This right here is
Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. I'm sitting over here at the Hay Time, which I'm going to leave very shortly because we had a audition and Brown and Black Ballet. So the ballet folks are upstairs doing pirouettes or whatever else they do, and then we had some folks auditioning for a outside performance. So they're auditioning singers.
You're auditioning for the ballet.
What did you say about the ballet character?
You're auditioning for the ballet.
Yeah, Mark, you auditioning for the ballet?
No, I did not audition for the ballet. I also did not audition for the singing. Even though I did have a performance earlier today of the Funky Eye Puppets, I got to do my one skit where I get to play creative, colorful characters, and there's a whole thing about this crazy artist that's painting stuff, and we're having fun because I did not get to go to the painting camp, so I'm a little salty about it.
That was so funny, Jacoby.
I'm telling you, man, it's just because you cannot even come close to touching the triangles.
Yeah.
So it sucks. What is that?
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening over here. Jacoby, Cornell University was here yesterday.
Oh, really?
Their Glee Club.
Interesting.
Apparently, students in some of these colleges are told to find venues, so they just literally stumbled across the Hayti and decided to come and do a performance.
Interesting.
Everything from Beethoven to Dan Farce to their alma mater songs. Liking this music. You had a tournament recently, didn't you, John?
I was like, what?
Didn't you have a tournament or something that you were doing recently? The last time I saw you several weeks ago.
Can't remember. Trying to figure out what it was. I mean, I went to a tournament last Saturday.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think that's the one I was talking about, but it's probably the one from Wednesday.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's probably for the one from Wednesday. I was actually supposed to go today, but I didn't know whether if I was working tomorrow. So it's like one of those things where you like with the doing the PA job. You know, you pretty much have to wait till they give you a call sheet to see if you're working or not.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it just kind of like messed up my plans for today. That's why you was able to see me today.
That happened before. And so your relatives over there crying since Carolina lost?
Well, you know, didn't bother me none.
No, they actually did good to make it as far as they did.
They really did. Because they were not supposed to be there.
Yeah, and they have the main player with a twisted ankle at the end of it.
Yep.
Oh Lord! Ooh, what? Yeah, this is a long stage.
Yep. I missed.
You're gonna take the easy route.
Of an old game, and I can't remember what game it's reminding me of.
It looks like a much easier route, man.
I don't know the way the green one's moving. Well, the second half would have been easier. Made it. But yeah, that's Neon Beats. It's a fun. Okay. It really is a fun game.
Does the music change? Because that music was actually not that bad.
So yeah, the music changes depending upon what level you use or are on. So, but yeah, it's definitely a fun game. I'm getting Kara hooked on some games because she's playing Neon Beats now, I think.
I'm playing Catnap now.
You're playing what?
Catnap.
You're nabbing a cat?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm having cat.
What was that game?
Understand though is when you get all the cats and then they all like fall out of your bag. Is that supposed to happen, Giuseppe?
I haven't played Catnap, so possibly.
The cats escape.
Yeah, I hadn't played Catnap before.
Hmm.
Oh, not that one. Not
Yeah.
that one.
You get so many and then they fall out of your bag. How do I keep them in my bag?
Actually, you'd like this one. I mean, if you the Isle of Eve or Iwi, you're doing the same thing except for you're trying to get your sheep back.
Sheep.
Yep.
Ooh.
But it's a giant puzzle game, so it's pretty cool. Panzer Ball, you would get mad at because it's actually tougher than Neon Beats.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that one gets frustrating.
So with Catnap, it's so cute. They have a credits board and it says starring Clark the cat. So anytime you hear like a cat going "Rrr" in a bag,
And apparently there's a real catnap.
pretty cute.
There's so the game that Kara brought up, which I didn't know that she had actually gotten it, is Just Act Natural.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. It's Just Act Natural.
Yep, Just Act Natural. It's actually a multiplayer game, so everybody can play it. If you don't act natural, then you end up getting killed in the game. But it's cute.
Oh, now I know what I'm doing with Catnap. Okay. I kidnap all the cats in the neighborhood and then I put them in my house.
Oh, you did?
Oh, you become the cat lady?
The ultimate cat lady.
Actually, we had a cat lady like that in the town that I grew up in, Warden. I think she had I want to say she had a good 30 cats in her house.
Oh my gosh.
See, it's all claymation too, Mark. Look at her.
Oh, yeah.
Jahan, you over there falling asleep?
No,
You can't go to sleep. You don't want no smoke in this.
I'm not falling
in-
asleep. I'm looking at my phone. You know me. I play my magic.
I don't want to be in spectator. Oh, they're in a game, so I got to wait until the game is done.
What the?
I don't know what the buttons are.
Were you surprised at the winners or not at the winners at the Grammys, Jatovi?
I really didn't watch the Grammys.
I didn't watch them either, but I did hear about some of the winners after.
Because, I mean, in all honesty, I'm not really huge on award shows. I mean, the only reason I watched the Oscars was Janora was on the Oscars.
Right.
And she had an opportunity to take part in that. So I was so excited to, I was happy to see her, succeed in that way. But
yeah,
I hadn't watched the Oscars for a while since then. Well, since before then. And the Grammys, I hadn't watched that as well. Because, I mean, sometimes, like a lot of the award shows, how they give who ended up winning it. Like Kanye West wins his best rap album. He ain't had no best rap album.
And sometimes they're like a year or two after the fact.
Yep.
That is very
Who is
true.
he going against though?
That's a
Oh,
good question.
but that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, who chooses the choice that they made on the best rap album? I don't know who he was going against, but there
I'm
are some
about to
other
find
people
that
that deserve the best rap album more so than he does.
Nominees 2022. Let's see who are the best rap album nominees.
J. Cole, Nas, the creator, and Kanye West. I really like Nas's album.
Yeah, like why are they picking those individuals as
Actually, the best
the
rap album this year went to Tyler.
yeah, like there are a ton of others who had great rap albums.
And Kanye got best rap song, but yeah, Tyler got best rap album.
Yeah.
Yeah. What song did Kanye put out that was best rap song?
Jail is what wins. Is what won.
Jail.
Jail. Kanye's West Jail featuring Jay-Z.
I didn't even hear that one yet.
So how does he win best rap album? And a lot of the award shows, I mean, like that's a prime example for me. Like there are a ton of other albums that are out there. I just posted talking about Ramen and OJ by Joyner Lucas and The Baby. That song is great.
Yeah.
Better than anything else Kanye's put out for a while. So how does he not win? The whole pretty much the Busta Rhymes album that he just put out, where there's a song on there with he and Mariah Carey, one of the best songs you could put out ever. How was that not put up? Tech Nine put out an album. Tech Nine has a couple of great songs on there. I just don't. Yeah.
Because it says Tyler won the award, and apparently he was the former Odd Future leader, and I'm not even sure who Odd Future is. But yeah, they beat out J. Cole's The All Season, Nas's King's Disease 2, and Kanye West Dot Day. And Doja Cat gathered the most nominations in rap.
Huh? What did you say?
Doja Cat is good.
Yeah.
She put out a lot of good songs.
Cat gathered the most.
She got the most nominations, but didn't win anything.
I'm gonna y'all know about this Tyler guy. I've been out of the hip hop movement.
Tyler, he's good.
He got the most nominations.
Good.
Yeah, he's weird good, but he's good.
So I'm looking to see if.
But
what'd you say?
Again, Tyler's good, but then you got all these other people that put out great albums.
Yeah.
I just,
Weird good.
That's why I enjoy the versus battles more so than I enjoy the award shows. The versus battles, you're taking two.
Well, Jay-Z did. Yeah, Jay-Z won for Jail along with Kanye West. Baby Kim won.
Yeah, but you take the versus battle where you're just taking catalogs or 20 songs from each artist.
Did win for best pop duo and group performance.
Because, I would love to see, just artist after artist just put up your 20 songs and let's go. Let's listen to it more.
Yeah,
that's an award show.
Yeah. Guess who's having? Well, actually, they're literally having it around the corner from me at Haytown, around the corner from your house. But guess who's having their kickoff campaign today? Speaking of music, Clay Aikens is kicking off his campaign here in Durham today.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's running for U.S. House, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's David Price's seat, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Kara, another thing that you've got to download is the Epic client and get an Epic ID, because that's another way you can get more free games. They have some that are, already free, not a whole bunch, but only a couple. but every Thursday they release free games, and you can download the free game if you want to, or you can just order it. So I've got a backlog in my library of all these games that have popped up every Thursday that I can go back and install if I want to. But these are games that I technically own because every Thursday I go and, hey, I'm a say I bought this game.
Epic?
Yep, Epic.
Where
Epic
do I?
Games. If you go to epicgames.com,
Oh,
you'll have it's another free service. But again, you can download whatever game you want. They have, again, free games that you can download, like Rocket League. If you want to play Rocket League, I don't know how your computer is and if it can handle Rocket League. It should. Rocket League's not too
How much does Rocket League take?
It's not that big of an application.
That's what I meant.
But again, they've got a few free games, not many. Not like Steam. Steam has thousands.
yeah.
Question for you, Jatovi. Speaking of games, are there any good? I know they're good NBA games, but I actually watched the women play. I was quite impressed with Dawn Staley and her coaching job, and that guard is no joke. Got her name. But are there any good women's basketball games that are modeled after the WNBA or anything of that nature that you're aware of?
I mean, the only game that is, so you've got NBA 2K. NBA, I mean, you have EA's NBA Live, but nobody plays that. NBA 2K has the women's teams in there, or some of the women's players in there, or the women's players in there. But if you're going to go straight NBA and NBA 2K, that's what you'd play. Outside of that, if you're going to go free, if you've got a PC, then you play 3-on-3 Freestyle Basketball 2. If you have a console, you can do their 3-on-3 basketball. It's not as good because it's not as free flowing as the other one. But yeah, if you're looking for one that has a WNBA side, that'd be NBA 2K stuff.
Gotcha. I tell you one thing, that game was as good, if not better, than the guys' game. Because yes, the women's game, South Carolina against Connecticut, was definitely a good game, even though it wasn't that close of a score because South Carolina kind of dominated them. Yeah.
South Carolina definitely dominated them. It wasn't. I thought the game was good, but it wasn't as good as the two men's games because the men's games were closer.
Yeah, they were closer.
And that's the only reason that I think the two men's games were a lot better was because they were closer and you were on the edge of your seat. You couldn't figure out who was going to win, who was going to lose. The Louisville Kansas game was boring. I mean, the Villanova Kansas game was boring because
that was boring.
Kansas dominated Villanova, so that was a boring game.
Yeah.
I will say that Paige Beckers for UConn is a great player.
Oh yeah.
They really had to make sure that she was just locked up.
Oh, they definitely did that. And I cannot think of that guard for the South Carolina team, but she is amazing.
Yeah, she's fast. She's a good defensive player. Great defensive player. She didn't need to her scoring wasn't the important piece. It was just that she played defense and got help side defense on Paige Beckers because Paige was, like I said, the only reason UConn couldn't score is because Paige Beckers wasn't free.
Yep,
she opens up everything for UConn. She can create off the dribble. She can shoot. Everybody else, they can shoot, but they cannot create. They do a high-low post with two bigs, and the only reason that works is because you're bigger than everybody. Well, South Carolina had two bigs that could match up with them, and you couldn't get that high-low post going. So you needed somebody to break somebody down off the dribble, but they were doubling up on Paige Becker, so she couldn't do anything.
That is very true. Speaking of doubling up and things going on and everything, I know that the Bulls start their season. Does that mean that you were going to do show later, or you're going to do something around it? Because I do know that there's some games on Wednesday.
So it's off and on every Wednesday. I got to figure out a good schedule to work around that.
Gotcha.
And I'll probably try and figure out from you guys what's a good schedule for you guys. Because the Bulls games, it'd be pointless to do it super late.
Right.
Because then, I mean, you're talking about it 11, 12 o'clock at night. Exactly. I don't think anybody wants to, go to start a show at 11 or 12.
Exactly.
Oh, but Kara, this is that game, by the way. But all you do in this game, it's more of a point and click, and you follow the story. But I've already gotten to this point where she's swimming in the ocean, or swimming here in the subway.
What's this game?
I wonder if I can.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. Guess what, Chitovi? They've started up
moms and daughters and all that.
Yep. Let me see if I can get to where it restarts the game. Oh no, it's not.
Yeah. No worries. Blue, that's what it's called.
Because I'm not too far in the game. That's why I was.
No worries. That game where,
oh, there it is.
Yeah, more blue. Isn't the game with the lady with the hot pants? What's it called again?
Oh, Lost Ark.
Oh, okay.
It's called what again?
Lost Ark.
Oh, Lost Ark.
But right now, of course, I mean, she just won some medal at the Olympics, so that's where the story begins.
Yeah.
And it's a neat tale because I guess she's just rewatching it. But then it's about her life. She seems isolated and it's very cold.
Yeah.
It just feels like starting the game, it feels like she's trying to battle this whole depression and trying to get out of that. And I think that's where her mother comes into play. But like I said, I haven't made it too far.
Jatovi, you started the trend. Did you know that? According to Wired. Because apparently online video game book clubs are popular. The article in Wired says when video games were just abstract concepts on university computers, book clubs were already popular. And then it's delivered as multi-episode podcast seasons. These video game book clubs earned the moniker thanks to weekly deep dive episodes into narrative-heavy video games and ongoing guided discussions among their robust listener communities. In other words, they sound like they're doing something similar to what we're doing. You started a trend.
Well, I do what I can.
Yeah, no. Do a good job.
But you see how it just feels like she's like everything is definitely about water because she, I think, is a swimmer, and that's what she won the medal in, or all the trophies in the background. But she's definitely distracted because that whole thing, the ice melted, so you got the condensation around the cup, and then it all flowed down. So everything is just feels like there's something missing in her life.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Twitch had started having communities.
Twitch has had communities for a while.
They're just talking about that in this article. They're talking about that apparently this is something that they're seeing as something relatively new that is tying into these video game things. Trying to find out where that quote was.
But they give you no instruction or any direction, so you have to figure this, because this is where I made it. Well, right after this is when it goes into the ocean. But I'm trying to figure out, what does the rail car or subway have to do with, what is she going to see? She's going through the city in one side, going through a tunnel over and over. You just saw in the rail car, when the light wasn't on, it went underwater.
And by the way,
and if you notice, the water is starting to build up on the radio.
Gotta watch that. Might electrocute that thing.
There's the sun. There's the cloud.
Wow. It was Twitter, Discord, and Slack that got communities. You're right. Twitch already had communities, but those three added communities. That's what the article said.
And I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Might be the coral reef.
Maybe.
But then there's lightning.
Uh-oh.
Then of course you got the merry-go-round with either horses or dolphins. And you got the mother and the child.
Golden of the early hour, and the morning meets the blue.
The new Unreal Engine.
All the light that once was ours.
That's very folky there, that particular song.
Yeah.
Hold on to your heart. Hold on to my love. Hold on to the peace when we're not apart. Darling, feel me take a part of you.
So this is where it gets just, what's it saying?
You mean what's that song saying?
No. What is the game saying?
What's the game saying?
That she's drowning in depression.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking that's going on. Is that she feels so lonely that that's what she could be drowning in. But Kara, I think it's a female director on the game, so there's going to be a better perspective from you than it probably would from us, because I will say it, and I'm proud to say it, women are a lot smarter than men. Mm-hmm. So we see things differently. So I don't know, are we seeing what's correct, or what do you see?
To be honest,
I know I'm so good.
Kind of just because it is melancholy, but it does look like that from the glimmers of, she's diving into her depression essentially right now. She's kind of swimming through it, moving. It's important to do when you're in such a state. I guess whatever's going on and related to the subway.
Okay. Well, Jatopia was bound to happen. There's a company that is designed to only place ads in the video games called Frameplay. So that's one of the articles I just saw. So their job is to be gamers and creative technologists and just to place ads into the video games to get folks money.
Well, that's been around for a while too.
Yeah, well, they're saying that it was apparently this company is being very innovative about it.
What were you saying, Kara? You were breaking up.
Are they arguing? I'm guessing they're not dancing.
Yeah, I think they're arguing, and that could be.
I think
her
she was a
tomorrow.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's bullying. That's the picture.
And I thought it was interesting that it was split to where the split happened where she was more on the father's side.
Yeah. She ran away and the little girl trying to hold on.
But why did she run away?
We'll figure that out.
Oh, I got to get it to, I guess.
Let me finish locking this building up and getting out of here because my stomach is telling me that I'm hungry. So if I get to the house before y'all wrap this thing up at 11, I will pop back in. Otherwise, I have done my due diligence and popped in. But definitely always glad to see your lovely face, Kara, and the rest of the gang as well, but more yours. But definitely always good to see you. And I look forward to catching y'all next time. But like I said, if I get to the house before 11, I will pop back in. Otherwise, I'll see y'all hopefully next week, depending on what the boys are doing and what Jatopia decides to do.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See you, Mark.
See ya.
I was trying to see on this little screen. I almost need to take a contact out and look like this.
So I got to punch the ticket. One, two, but see, these are games that I really enjoy because they're interesting. Tell me a story, and this is what it's telling.
And this is where they were when they left. So that's why this is significant. Here, John.
Because the father's no more, it looks like.
Out on the road alone, sitting here was once a spoke.
Because it seems like there's so much symbolism in this game.
Held in hands, held in heart, illuminating love.
You're moving through. this now woman's trauma.
Held in hands, held in hearts, illuminating
You're
love.
moving through your own trauma. Everything represents everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I just realized I got a 10 o'clock meeting. I will be back if you guys are still around.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Bye.
So what did I'm still trying to figure out what happened between the mother and the father. They were arguing, and I think when it flipped through the pages, that represented mom crying.
Yeah. I feel like it'll be revealed more and more.
Hey, you're back.
Oh, I've been out. Damn it.
Yeah.
So, did you just see that right there? She's diving more and more into her trauma to uncover it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is beautiful, and it's a beautiful illustration of how you feel emotionally when you're working through something traumatic in your childhood and you're essentially reparenting yourself.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing the fish are her and her mother.
Yeah. She's
I mean, it's a
leading
very
the
peaceful
school of
game.
fish. Yeah. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does this lead to? I'm curious.
Hmm.
And now this one should come down. Because I remember on the radio there was a boat. So is this the ticket to the boat? Is my guess. However, if you notice how the background is back to being very cold. Yeah, you notice it's very cold out there now. It's
Hmm.
not warm and welcoming.
Well, she's in the thick of it, fog and
Mm-hmm.
all.
key, plug it in.
So do you know what month April is, Toby?
What month is April?
Well, you know, last month was Women's Month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, all the turfs of the world decided to go after trans athletes and all that, because that makes sense. And then this month, it's a few things. It's this month is Autism Awareness Month,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also Stress Awareness Month, and it's also Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. And so, you know, a few months ago, Texas passed a law banning abortions at what, 16, 12 weeks, 10 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was, yes. Anyways, so yesterday, Oklahoma, so the state north of Texas, where a lot of people were starting to go from Texas, they passed an abortion bill that would make it illegal to, well, they approved an abortion bill that would make it illegal to at conception. So it's essentially overturning Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
So the governor has to, yeah, so the governor has to sign it, but I guess he's signing every pro-choice legislation that's on his desk. So
Yeah, it's
and that's important because when something is done against your will, you know, there are instances where, you know, it's done against your will and you're left with this child. And, you know, Plan B is also expensive. I mean, you know, a lot of people can't just drop $50 on, you know, something like that. And, you know, there's so much that goes on, right? So it's just really a sad time. And it's kind of like, it's just interesting how all these things are being passed that aren't based
you know
on
how it's disturbing on so many levels.
science or logic. Yeah.
I mean, it's upsetting, frustrating on so many levels.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, not only are they forcing women to have the child, they're also cutting help for the women to take care of that child.
Wait, what?
So the SNAP programs and everything else that they fight against and they vote against, those help child poverty.
Yeah.
Those help women who have a child. But yet, now you're forcing women to carry the child and not even giving them the tools to help them take care of that child.
Yeah.
and turning around and calling them burdens on society. It is so disturbing on so many levels. So yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, you're forcing women to be mothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you have people who, you know, Amy Coney Barrett, who is like, well, you know, I have 7 children. Well, that was your choice. You decided to, you know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and you can't.
And
I hated it when well, I can't stand it when somebody goes ahead and says, I have this many children, so they should be able to do it. You don't walk in their shoes. You don't
yeah,
live
you
their
don't
life.
get to make that judgment about anyone.
Yes.
Yeah, like you don't know about anyone's life.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've been posting every day in April, and around, you know, sexual assault and everything. And it's so interesting the amount of connection requests I get from men because they read my posts. No, you know, and then I had one guy. I mean, I've had men mansplain to me on my own post. I've also had someone say, "Don't be the victim, be the victor." I'm like, I'm not. What? So, I automatically just kind of delete those comments.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just very interesting. It's like we have like so much time and energy is put towards what women need to do to deal with life, and things happen to them that oftentimes they don't want to happen to them, like children. You know, not every woman wants a child, you know, and we're forced to deal with it. It's like, who else is accountable? You know, it's putting it's just making the woman accountable for everything, you know, and especially in instances of sexual assault. Like, she of all people should not be accountable for that, you know. It's just so frustrating and infuriating.
Yep. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Like I said, I find it interesting how when people go to protest these things, protest a woman's right to choose,
Yeah.
they're never the first one in line to adopt the child.
Yeah.
You're going to force this woman to have a child, but she's already said that she is not in a position to have this child. Her, be it mental, be it physical, be it financial, whatever, she's not in that position. But you don't put yourself in a position to take care of the child either. You're just forcing her to do something that she's already said she can't do.
Yeah.
But
where's the accountability on the sperm donor, you know?
But then even when I find it also interesting. Well, if I point that out, then it gets turned into, well, she could put it up for adoption. Well, do you know how many kids are still sitting in the adoption centers?
And they're
You say
not in the
everybody.
greatest position. You know,
Mhm.
they don't have the greatest advantage in life, and they're often abused.
Mhm. Oh, but she can put them up for adoption. Well, there are multiple kids that are still waiting for adoption. Where are you in that adoption process?
Yeah.
Since you are the expert on not only children now, but women. It's very frustrating to me. It's very, very frustrating to me.
It all goes back to this barbaric biblical sense of shame around sex. You know, well, if you don't want to have kids, don't have sex. Well, you go tell all the men out there to not have sex too, because that's where kids, that's also where kids come from. And like, it's just crazy. It just, there's no science, there's no humanity. It's all like not even religion. It's strict religious interpretation of the Bible imposed. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
it's
So this
we are a.
game is kind
There's
of getting me in that like mode. I mean, I've already been in that mode of just like, just kind of mulling things over. And I mean, this is actually a pretty good game if you're kind of dealing with your own stuff. It's like you're trying to figure and unpack this woman's trauma, essentially.
Mhm. But see, again, these are the types of games that I enjoy, just
Yeah.
because, again, it, they this is an emotional game. There are other games that tell stories that also are emotional,
Hmm.
but I like the ones that can really tap into something. The Last
Exploratory,
of Us.
you discover things.
Yep, you discover things, you figure out. Like The Last of Us Part 2 was another game that was full of emotion.
Yeah.
God of War, the last one, that
Hmm.
is a father son and a father trying to figure out life that he's come from in the past, but trying to be a positive and teach his son the right ways. So I mean,
That's important. That's an important game for sure.
so there are a lot of good games that are like that.
Yeah.
Uh, and those are truthfully my favorite. Those are the ones that I really just sit down and play and play and play because
Yeah.
I want to, tell me a story. Just like any
Yeah.
movie, any TV show, tell me a good story. Get me entertained that way. Michael Bay does all these explosions. Yeah, cool. Whoop de doo. No, tell me a story. Get me wrapped in what you want me to see.
Yeah.
Don't just force feed me something that you think I want.
Don't stress me out by making me a box and jumping on razor teeth and dying 500 times in the tutorial of a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's stressful. But this is actually, I mean, you literally just get to root around and discover things. This is kind of neat.
Yep. I'm trying to figure out this puzzle now. What does it want me to do? Well, that's leaking.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Oh no.
I don't know why I can turn this umbrella.
The little man is sleeping. Do you see him?
Oh, interesting. There,
Yeah.
he knocked out over there.
Yeah. Oh.
Detroit is another game like this that tells
Yeah,
you,
yeah. That one, that was very interesting.
and it gets more intense as it goes. So that's why I like Detroit. There's a game that's coming out. Well, it's been out for a while, but they're gonna. I think it's supposed to come out again on the Xbox for free with the Game Pass. I'm hoping. I did buy it, but I cannot find it. But it's called Life is Strange,
Huh.
and it's another one that one tells a story of a girl who had a best friend at home. She goes away to college for a year, comes back home, and her friend is missing.
Huh.
Nobody has any idea where she is and what happened. And you only have a camera. You're not going around karate chopping it or anything. You're just going around asking people questions. What happened to your best friend? And it's another game that kind of taps into the emotions where you can tell she truly loved her best friend.
Hmm.
Even to the point of they could have been in a relationship. That's how
Yeah.
much she loved her best friend. But her best friend is gone. And she has to find out where that best friend is
Oh,
because you're afraid that best friend could have died.
that's
So Life
sad.
is Strange is another game that's really, really good. And my guess is that her and her mother moved out and she's in a single family home now.
Yeah. And then this is all they had
Yeah.
in their little storage shed.
One room apartment.
Yeah.
Now this is either her work or did she go to the doctor and this having to be something at the doctor?
I don't know.
It's her work.
Yeah. She's working long hours.
Being a single mom.
And this is on Steam also or Epic?
This one's on the Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
The Game Pass you'd have to purchase, but it also has a ton of free games, which is pretty cool. And you can play them on the computer because I think the Game Pass is $14 a month. Well, you can get it for $11 a month just for the computer. But like I said, it has a ton of free games on there once you get the Game Pass, or a ton of games that are included within the Game Pass.
Yeah. It's good to know.
So we've seen the boat, we've seen the train. Here's a merry-go-round.
Hmm.
And her love of swimming. She get lost in a mall, or
It's a creepy mall.
yeah, I know.
It looks like this abandoned mall it's literally been abandoned for 20 years.
Yeah,
And there are only a couple like outlying shops that are in this mall. And
Need
the
what you
escalators are
are,
creepy.
you pull what you are away. You need what I am, but I
so what
hide
happened to the
what I
mom?
am away.
Is it just because mom is working all the time?
Maybe.
Is
Because
it
she's now alone. Fish
Just
is now
feeling
alone.
alone.
Yeah. And the storm brewing in the background. So
Is it cold? Where you are?
A whale.
there's the
Hmm.
school of fish. That ran away from her.
Have you ever tried to talk to fish? They do run away. They're like, "What are you doing yelling at my aquarium?"
But I think the school of fish running away from her could have represented everyone leaving her alone.
Yeah. I love the fact that they literally have this imagery of the concept of like chasing your inner child and resolving your inner child trauma. Oh,
So something, yeah, her mother snapped at her.
a podium.
Yeah, we're
So she wins all these medals so she could feel like she matters.
well, she wins all these medals and she feels like she doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you're trying to win all those medals,
Yeah.
that's what you're trying to achieve, and it never really happens. I mean, I only got participation medals, so I don't really know the feeling.
There's still trophies, participation
You
trophies.
showed up. Good job. Oh, the swim showers.
What happened?
I don't know.
All right, she's older now. More trophies.
Yeah, showing your inner element.
What in the-
Oh.
Wow. So is this where the deep pain is?
Yeah. Because we as women, we're known to look that deep. I mean, men too.
There, that goes there.
Karaoke?
Oh, no, she got praised for something again.
I'm getting, by the way.
Yeah, you know. I thought you were actually asking if you wanted to do karaoke.
No.
So I guess for biggest meet, her mother wasn't there.
Knocking shit off the shelf.
Mhm. My question is, who's doing this stuff?
Little girl.
Yep.
So she gets upset and she runs away. Just like what happened between her parents.
Mm-hmm. Open the window. Put the tape in. So that was, I guess that's college.
Yeah.
Got pencils and paper out. There's that. All right, so we got the swim meets.
Yeah.
And she's definitely dealing with a whole lot of trauma, though. Pool's getting dirty.
It's never ending.
I guess I'm supposed to control that. So I think she hates swimming.
Yeah. So she got drowning in trophies to feel better.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up hating swimming.
But all she wanted was attention from her mother.
The shit we do in life. I can't see. Is that Nemo?
Well, that's the mother fish, and there's her.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't see a lot on this phone. I'm like, Nemo? Let me take my contact out. Nemo? It's relaxing. You just touching all the little corals.
So more I have to open up.
Henry is passed out. Oh, to be a puppy. How's your puppy doing?
Oh, she's doing pretty good. Oh, there you go. She's knocked out. Took her to camp today.
Oh, yeah. How's camp?
Oh, she loves it. It works well. Puts her to sleep, which is great.
Yes.
missing something.
Henry's been taking the howling again, so I'm sure my neighbors really love me right now. Yeah, he's not happy that mommy has to make money to support his lavish lifestyle he's living, which consists of an apartment, food, and treats.
All right, I'm missing something, and I cannot figure out what I'm missing.
You don't have cats either, right? You just have the dog and your kiddos.
Yeah, I used to have cats, but yeah, no cat anymore.
Rita's been taking lately to in the morning yelling at my door. Like it'll be 4:30 or 6 in the morning and she'll yell at my bedroom door
That's pretty funny.
and I'll open it and she'll like she has water downstairs, but she'll run to drink Henry's water. Like she'll literally run and then slurp like a dog with the water. And I'm like, I really don't know what's going on with them at all.
That's pretty funny. Oh, that.
So if anyone wants to cat sit a screaming cat for a while, let me know. I'll mail her to you. Just kidding. I love her. She's so cute. She's just been yelling at the door. Not merry-go-round. Carousel.
Wonder what happened here. Oh, okay.
Aww. I love how this game, it doesn't require exact skill. It just requires you to touch all the things.
Yep.
Like, just touch all the things, and then you get to move on. You're not a box dying on spikes. You're fine. Just touch all the things. Teenager. Oh, she's healing teenager.
No, that's her mom.
Oh. Again, small screen. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Why is she unhappy? Oh, she's sorry.
Oh, I love you.
They got I love you and I got I'm sorry.
Mhm. Hmm.
So my guess is her mother passed away.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of came to that conclusion a long while ago.
Yeah, me too.
Like the second the whole baby daughter and mother thing started happening, I'm like, oh, mama passed away.
Yep.
If she's climbing out of her depression, feels a little more sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So she had blocked everything with all of her trophies.
Yeah.
Or did her mother pass away? And or is it this just her on the phone?
Huh. That's so cool.
See, Shelly Chin was the director on that. That's pretty cool. That was a good game. I like that.
That was so beautiful. Yeah, see, guys, there's all sorts of games you can play. That was beautiful. Oh my god.
I mean, it really touched into the stages of depression, the hiding behind, hiding those painful feelings right behind different parts, because you had it locked behind. You had pain locked behind the weeds or the seaweed. Then you had pain locked behind a fence, and then what really hurt, you had locked behind a safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And the whole inner child thing and chasing the child and then healing those inner child wounds, like actually healing them, like a physical or visual representation of that and what that looks like. This is a beautiful game on what healing looks like. Like a very well-rounded approach to this is what healing looks like and this is possible.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so beautiful because it doesn't get into something super huge and heavy that will trigger somebody, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't get into, thank goodness, abuse or anything, because I'd be like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
Not watching.
And see, that's what I was scared of at the beginning with the father. Like, the
Yeah.
father is gone.
I know. I love how it also showed how the daughter was repeating cycles too,
Yes.
like running away. Yeah, but it literally well-rounded visual representation of the healing process. So, oh my gosh, Memoir Blue. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I totally gonna post about this one day. And I might even get an Xbox pass just to play it.
Because on the Game Pass, there are a lot of. So with the Game Pass, you get a ton of stuff. For the most part, all these games are in the Game Pass, or you're allowed to download them with the Game Pass.
Mhm. I know there's like a special, and I didn't do it because I was like, I just want to set up my computer. But like I guess when you first sign up for Game Pass, guys, instead of $9.99 a month, you can get it for your first month $1.99. So think
Yeah.
about that.
PlayStation just released their setup for their Game Pass competitor. It I don't think it's that competitive. I think the Game Pass is actually a much better deal
Yeah.
because you can play all the Xbox games and the computer games or the PC games that are all a part of this whole Game Pass, all on your PC. The PlayStation, for the same price, you don't get to play it on the PC. You have to pay an extra bit more to play it on the PC. Plus, I mean, there's the emulator isn't that well. The servers sometimes crash. It just, I don't know. The Game Pass just seems to work, especially
Yeah.
when you have a PC. I wonder.
Huh. I may just have to join.
I mean, like I said,
Have
it has
fun
some.
for the first month.
I mean, Xbox really did a great job with the Game Pass.
Yeah.
When they had all the EA stuff or the Electronic Arts games, those are great. But yeah, you got a ton of games.
Oh wow.
This one I've got to install. This is Tunic. It's just you're just a little fox and you're exploring. It's a
Is
cute
it
little
a
puzzle
pink
game.
box?
No, not a pink fox.
Okay, because again, everything's so tiny.
But yeah, you're exploring.
It looked
There,
like a pink box.
there's this game called Paradise Killer. I'm curious what this is. An island outside of reality, a rogue human civilization hoping to resurrect dead alien gods. A
Who
murder
wants to
behind
do
locked
shit
doors.
like that? Leave them alone. Keep them in the box.
But the thing is, it's not really, all you do is just go around and you're just a detective.
Huh.
Young Souls is about two female orphans. No, that one. Where
Why is it all the female games? They're so gut wrenching. Let's make a game about orphans. Like,
But
let's
you know, I
not.
mean, it's not. Some of the games with female protagonists are super gut wrenching. Some are just like Alice. Alice isn't super gut wrenching. All you're doing is just going through. It's an Alice in Wonderland. It's a dark take on Alice in Wonderland.
Oh.
It's a fun game. The first one was fun. I thought Alan Wake, though. Alan Wake was a good game. They were supposed to re-release it.
See, catnap, you
There.
just take cats and you throw them in your house.
Oh, this one's not included. So Alan Wake was one of my favorite games. It's made by a company called Remedy. Remedy did an older game called Max Payne. Max Payne was about a cop trying to
Oh
figure out.
yeah, I remember Max Payne.
Yeah, Max Payne it had a good story because the cop's wife was murdered. He's a drug addict, but in Alan Wake, you go on vacation to an island or to this remote area. That remote area is coming to life based off of the pages of your novel that you've written. So you have to find the different pages of your novel, and everything in your novel is just coming to life. So you have to go and find those pages, hide from these ghouls or these shadow beasts that are coming after you, and it's a really, really good game.
Huh. That's why you write novels like, and then the kitten licked my face.
Yes.
And then we frolicked in the grass.
But they've got some really, really good games on here.
Huh. There you go, guys. Game Pass.
Wolfenstein 2 is the only game where I felt comfortable and wanted to shoot the other people, because this is the one where when it first came out, Trump supporters thought it was about
the trailer is crazy.
I mean, it's basically classic Wolfenstein is about a guy trying to take down Nazis.
Yeah.
And is it New World or is it New Order? It might be New Order. So there's Hitler and everything. You're just trying to take down Nazis. Is New Colossus. That's the one I'm looking for. But yeah. What ends up happening? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is New Colossus. Good. But yeah, that one, the stuff that gets said, because again, it also goes back to tell me a story. Entertain me with your words and not just blowing up stuff. Yeah. And that's what this one does, is it really touches on the whole, racism, because the story in Wolfenstein is that Germany won the war.
Yeah.
Rather than, what goes on. And had Germany won the war at that time, yes, I mean, it would have been unreal, because the Aryan nation was big for the Nazi stuff. I mean, that's what they kind of point out in the game, is how racist it would have been and how disturbing things were.
Yeah.
And so, it's a good game. It tells a good story. And it makes you want to get into it, especially because you're fighting back against what it shouldn't have been.
Yeah, which kind of feels like stupid shit going on today.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, let's pass bills. Let's pass legislature that directly affects, people who really just need to be protected and supported. It's like everyone.
I mean, we've gotten to a point where our politics and our politics is fan-based and not focused on what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah.
We are at a position where you're cheering for your team. The tribalism is running rampant. People know that, you know, people know white supremacist propaganda.
Yeah.
People see that. When somebody retweets that, that person should be shunned and pushed away. However, because of our tribalism and this whole fan base tactics and might makes right and all this other stuff, that's how Trump came into office.
Yeah.
They ignored that. He's retweeting white supremacist propaganda, but I'm still going to vote for him because he's Republican. And, you know, it doesn't work that way. That's not the way that we should be looking at things.
Yeah, or everyone's like that. He's just open, so at least I know what I'm voting for. And then, you know, that I heard that argument. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no,
That doesn't make
no,
it right.
no. And then he went into office, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
The dude literally retweeted a guy yelling white power and called him a good American.
Yeah.
You cannot. And then people,
I mean,
again,
and
get back to this whole,
he almost got Mike Pence lynched, you know?
yeah.
Like
But
they were going after him.
We're in this whole tribalistic mode that, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, it doesn't matter if they almost lynched the vice president.
No, but like, I mean, he's like rightfully so. He's still sour about that. It's like, but it took him almost lynching you for you to be sour towards Trump.
Exactly. I mean, it's just.
What about all the other horrible things he's done?
I mean,
honey, it just doesn't make sense.
He got sued for not renting to black people.
Yeah.
That was a suit he was a part of. No, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, well, he has more than 20 women, or he has multiple women, double-digit number of women already accusing him of sexual misconduct. And what are you going to say? Oh, well, that's just fine. That's just lock him down. What?
Actually has women on camera, you know, with all his little interviews. I was like,
he was proud of walking into the Miss America pageants while they're changing clothes. That's not right. You know that's not right. You would not let your teacher or your student's teacher do that, but yet you're going to vote for him because, hey, he's a Republican. I can't vote for. No, that's not right. That's not right. If wrong is wrong, and that's what we've forgotten. And you cannot, I guess, to tie in the whole Will Smith thing in a sense, you cannot beat me and then turn around and tell me you love me. So you cannot vote for somebody who's going to harm somebody you constantly say you love. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know it's wrong. If you know it's wrong, just get back to trying to work together and help each other and not, you hate the country. What? That doesn't even make any sense. So,
yeah.
It's just frustrating.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. And then at the same time, it's just important to have conversations like this. You know, it's like, I don't care that you're repelled by us talking about being good humans and that somehow you have a different take on that, kind of thing. But we're still going to say what is right, not based on Christian values, but based on just, humans are humans. And it just, I don't know. You just get.
There's a situation going on in Durham right now.
Yeah.
Where there was a young girl who is being turned away from playing baseball.
Yeah.
Why? The argument is that it's a boy's sport or that she's taking it away from another young boy. She plays baseball. She's good at her sport. Why must she not be allowed to play baseball? There's no good argument against it. Nothing. Oh, well, she can play softball. She plays baseball.
Yeah.
Two different sports.
I mean,
So
why don't you
she
just
should be
call it for
allowed
what
to.
it is? Hi, so we are these people and we are waging a war on girls and women trying to do what we deem as male things. And this is what we're trying to do. At least go out and say that instead of we're trying to preserve sports.
Yeah.
No, you just hate women. You hate females. Let's just get it out there.
One argument I heard back was, oh, it's a slippery slope. Slippery slope for what?
For what?
Because it's going to mess with the integrity, or it's going to, the little kid who maybe was struggling and just needed a little bit of help, this other girl is going to take his spot, or other women are going to play. So you want to shun women just because you think little Johnny may have a shot? Yet you know that this woman can play.
The meaning behind that is we do not want to teach our boys to be responsible for their wounded feelings, their butthurt, toxic masculinity feelings of, oh, I just got beat by a girl. Yeah. No, no, why don't you just help your child just be okay with that girls can be just as good in baseball as boys.
Exactly. But no, that's not what they want to do these days.
Yeah. It's like, going back to like sexual harassment and sexual assault. Like it's always the woman's fault. Well, you shouldn't be wearing that top. A t-shirt, I have boobs. I can't hide them. I can't take them off and put them in my pocket, And so instead of, I don't know, maybe teaching men and whoever else that like howling at women is inappropriate. Let's just teach women how to not upset the male ego. And that's just crazy. Like in baseball, like, yeah, let's just again go back to the notion that girls can be as good as in baseball as boys. And you're gonna lose regardless. And if you have as hurt feelings over losing to a girl, then that's kind of your problem that you need to deal with as an emotionally competent human being. I don't know. Maybe it's just too much to ask.
And I just don't get why. Why is that too much to ask? I mean, I guess, again, jumping back to I guess what has become kind of an interesting look at our society, how a man committed an assault on another guy.
Yeah.
He's in a relationship. They are blaming the woman for that man committing the assault. That's what we're at. And that's what happens when, this woman wants to play baseball, but she can't play baseball because it may hurt and it may harm this little boy. So we must protect this boy. It's that same patriarchal male, the toxic male mindset. But
yeah, and yeah, though, going back to the whole Oscar thing. I mean, like, you know, people are criticizing Jada because she didn't stop it or that she didn't act disapprovingly when he went back to his seat. Like, she was probably trying to process what the hell happened herself, you know, and like having her own defense mechanism. I mean, she's been like, you know, of course, the whole social media thing, but she's been like, you know, everyone's trying to heal. It's obviously, you know, a trauma thing that he's healing from. And, you know, but everyone's just so quick to be like, well, Jada didn't stop it. Like, so, you know, you want to protect the women, but you also want the woman to be like a warrior princess and protect the man back, but then allow the man to still protect you. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
It's just an
unrealistic
excuse.
expectations that don't make sense.
Yeah.
It just,
It's a complete excuse because I and it's that they have to protect this dude because they can't see anything bad or him doing anything bad. But hey, she could have done it.
yeah.
What?
Because he's Will Smith, and then they look at Jada, a strong woman, you know. Like I read an article right before the show. I guess there's a comedian named Earthquake, and he was saying how, like, you know, it's a shame that Will did that for a woman who clearly doesn't love him back. And I'm like, you don't know what their love or relationship is like. I mean, yeah, it's in the public spotlight light a lot, but you can't
So my thing is,
judge. She can't do that.
he's a grown man. He chose to be with Jada.
Yeah, he chose that love. You either unchoose it or you stick with it.
And even if Jada is a super toxic, hateful woman, he is a grown man. He chose to do what he did.
And
It's
can
not,
we? Yeah.
I mean, and as a matter of fact, Jada's not a black belt martial artist who was gonna, you know, leg lock him before he got onto the stage.
No.
Jada never said anything.
No.
Will looked at her one time and he was gone.
Yeah.
Unless she screamed bloody murder, which would have been worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the whole situation. Well, actually, not worse.
Yeah.
Assault, but it would have been ridiculous because, in all honesty, when he got up, she was a bystander. She didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, everyone was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, so I don't think the whole notion that, well, Jada could have stopped him. She didn't know what was going on either. She didn't tell him to do that.
And can we please stop with the notion that strong women are toxic? Can we just stop? Can we stop? You know, it's crazy. Just like, oh, empathetic, you know, more emotionally tuned men are not men. Like, we also need to get away from that narrative. It's just people just hold on to these gender stereotypes so tightly and lose their shit when there's a concept, a very real, you know, thing called non-binary. People just lose their shit and they're like, what does that mean, you know? And because we hold so tightly to the notion of gender, and like, can we just not? It's crazy.
But that's the funny world that we live in.
You know.
So just wild. It's wild. By the way, Rocket League is a free game.
I know, I downloaded it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
And like I said, now with Epic on there, make sure you do the free games each week. You don't have to install them. You just hit purchase, and then after you purchase, it'll pop up asking if you want to install it. You don't have to install it. You can just keep it in your library, and anytime if you want to go back and play it, that's when you install it.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's good to know. And actually, I think I just left my scroller on the page so I can go back and deal with it. But I saw it, I clicked on it, and I'm like, I want this. So then you and I can play against each other one time, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that needs to happen next week.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna brush up. I'm going to learn how to do this thing called play a video game.
It's funny. I've got you hooked on playing video games now. I love it.
I know. I really do feel like I'm my grandma trying to learn how to figure out a mouse, and I just keep whacking the mouse on the desk. I feel like her right now,
Oh,
but I'm
Lord.
excited.
But Rocket League, you can play with either the controller or either a controller or the mouse and keyboard. I'm used to using a controller. The mouse and keyboard is tough to get used to, but a lot of people do it. A lot of the professionals do it. It's just what you end up playing and getting comfortable with.
Huh. Well, I do not have a controller, so it'll be hilarious to watch either way.
Oh, yeah. But it's all for fun, so that's the best part.
Yeah. And you just chase the ball like soccer, right?
That's exactly what it is. Soccer with cars.
I mean, that's kind of what little boys do anyways. Like you combine Hot Wheels with like whatever else, and you just combine games.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what I did when I was growing up.
I mean, my Barbies would hang out with my brother's He-Man all the time.
One of my Transformers got broke or broken arm because he was dating one of my sister's Barbies, and that Barbie went out with one of my other Transformers, and they got into a fight, and he broke his arm.
Is that what really happened, Jitobi?
That's what happened, actually. The funniest part about it, not to mention the Transformers dating a Barbie, but Transformers, they were two Autobots, actually one of them, the Autobots mainly turn into cars. The one I had one of the Autobots who also turned into a plane, but the other one turned into a car. Well, neither of the Autobots actually transformed to move around. They stayed in their robot form, and they rode a slipper as a car. Yep.
I mean, every girl has their type.
I mean, it was a nice slipper. Barbie liked it. Thought it was a cool car.
Oh my gosh.
Corvette when you got a slipper.
That's so funny. I used to have these Polly Pockets.
Oh, Lord.
Also, this little house that kind of looked like Polly Pockets, but it wasn't. But it was like a big house of things, and I played with it countless hours as a kiddo. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Polly Pocket. Wow.
Polly Pockets. And then Care Bears, of course.
Yeah, Care Bears, Gummy Bears.
But let's see. My cousin had a My Buddy, but it looked too much like the Chucky doll to me, and so it just freaked me out.
I mean, that's really what the Chucky doll was.
My Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy. My buddy. Wherever
gonna
I
murder
go,
you in your sleep.
you're my buddy.
Oh my god. It's after 11.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be nap time. Might be nap time.
Yeah. I've been off the last 2 days and I've just literally been lounging. Yesterday, I couldn't stop being exhausted. And then I
Oh,
was
wow.
only out for 12 hours. And then, yeah. So sometimes you just have those days where you just recoup. And then today's been good, but I've been just taking it easy.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing to relax.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot done, but relaxing. Oh, and, took some time to nab some cats. So,
Yeah. Cat nab. But see, now you're gonna play on Neon Beats because I'm telling you, it's addictive.
no, I'm really, it really makes me angry. Makes me angry. I can't do it. I'm like the stamp box getting eaten by razor teeth.
The little triangles.
And I have no rhythm. So
See, that
it's
makes
not
it even
like
better.
that works in my favor.
Dancing the whole time. Little offbeat, but that's okay.
Yeah. This looks good though. I'm definitely going to get Rocket League and then you and I are going to have to play.
Yeah, we can play anytime. I mean, I'm not really that good. I just enjoy playing it. It's just fun.
You'll be like, Kara, why are you in the corner there? The ball is way over here.
Trying to style and profile with the car.
Yeah, I think I would like something like that. Oh, it's okay, little boy. It's okay.
Uh-oh.
Aw. He's looking at me. Oh. Yeah. I know.
Oh, did you wake him up?
No, he just woke himself up and he's staring at me. I'm surprised Rita hasn't tried to bust through the door like, here's Rita. Oh, last night she was meowing really hard, so I opened the door slightly. She was on top of my dresser. She was trying to open the door with the doorknob. Like,
With the
she was
doorknob?
trying to figure out how to turn a doorknob. Seriously. Yeah.
Did she ever figure it out?
No. Thank goodness she doesn't have thumbs.
See, watch, in about a year, actually, in a couple of months, you're going to end up downloading all the first person shooter games, turning out to be the greatest Halo player and all the other stuff. What's Kara doing? She's playing Fortnite.
Maybe. Life coaching people while I'm playing Rocket League.
I mean, it can work.
It totally can, actually. Can, like, ground and center yourself while you're thinking, Now, why would you do a thing like that? But you don't actually say it. And then
Yeah.
or you think, well, that's interesting.
I didn't make it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna take little baby out so we can both go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the ending of the show. 'Cause I'm
Thanks
probably
for hanging out with us at the house, kids, wherever you're tuning in from.
I gotta set up a time for reruns too now. That's another thing.
Reruns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can find you at what time Saturday at Bull City GG on Twitch?
At 12 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay.
Because that's when the actual event will start. I'll have the Tiltify link all set up for everybody. So if they want to donate and help fight cancer, they can.
Yes. Super important.
Yep. But they'll be able to see a lot of great Rocket League players.
Yes. Oh, wow.
So it should be interesting. Should be really good.
Yes.
Really, really
So
good.
it's twitch.tv/Bull City GG.
Yep. Exactly.
12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys.
Exactly.
The same time zone as we both are in.
All right, I guess I better hit that thing. I'm gonna hit that thing.
Bye.
Bye.